All right, everyone, a quick update on Turbo here. So this is what we covered on Turbo, that if you get stuck here at the 6-0 level here, making the lower high yet again, the price is just merely coming up to the top of the flag here, and we're probably going to have a pullback here. So as long as you're below 6-0, you're at 598 at the moment. You do have 1 day left on this candle here. And I would go as far as going down to the 3-day candles here. We did go all the way down to the 6 hour in the last update, but ultimately we need to focus on the macro because it is much more respected on the levels that we have on the chart here. So we're just going to focus it on the weekly chart here. As long as you're making lower highs here, then you're still in this pattern here and yet to break out. Now, what could play out is the fact that you had this giant green candle spawn in here. We may just pull back to that 4-7 level, back to this support level, and then that's where we finally have that breakout. So that could be the case here. So we may have to wait another week or 2 or 3, depending on how long it's going to take. One other thing I would point out on Turbo is if we look at the past patterns here, the triangle, you were making the lower lows, and then once you started making the higher lows here, that's when the pattern played out. As you can see, same thing here, lower lows, and then once you started to form that market structure with the higher lows, that's when you took off. And once again here, lower lows, now you're making higher lows. We're making that bullish market structure we like to see. So if we end up pulling back, maybe even wicking down below, but ultimately if we hold over 4-7 here, that could be the structure we need and the pullback we need to get that little spring out of this pattern here. But we're still extremely bullish on Turbo inside of this pattern, so just be aware of that on the macro scale, of course. So we will see what happens. As long as you're below 6-0, 4-7 is your support. If you for some reason get back over 6-0 here and we continue to move up, what we want to see is the red line I drew in the last update here at 31% move, and we really want the price to get over, what is that, 7-8 here, over this red line. That will break this high here, break that market structure, and along with the other structure at the bottom, that could tell us this thing's about to start going up out of this pattern. So with all that being said, keep an eye on these levels we just went over here. Now, as for going from today right below that resistance level, how high is Turbo going to go? Of course, we're looking for that first 1 billion market cap here at the 1414, a penny and a half. That's going to give you a 153% move, so about a 2.5x on your investment here. And then once we get through that, the 2 billion 1618 here at about 3 pennies is going to give you a 5.5x on your investment. And then we do have on the chart, of course, we point this out every update, that 5 billion market cap territory here at about 8 pennies, a 13.5, almost a 14x on your investment. And then pretty much the target we've been going over, that once we break the 1618, I think that puts in play this 40 cent range, 41 at the 2272. That's going to give Turbo a $26 billion market cap, and going from today a 70x on your investment on Turbo here. So what are your thoughts on Turbo? None of this is financial advice, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.